Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Mabuhay! I'm Patty from the Philippines, and today, judges, we're gonna start a little different. We're going to do an age check. We're gonna do an age check. But don't worry, I'm just gonna guess the range, okay? So I'm taking a closer look. Oh, very young, very youthful. So let me guess. 5 years old to 15, right? Can we all agree on that? Yes, okay. So since we're also young, we're going to start with this game, a short game of tag, really, and then we're gonna start it like how we do in the Philippines. So we start with KAMPIHAN. It means the formation of teams or alliances. So we're gonna put our hands here. Okay, can I invite the judges to just reach out on hand here, IDR, IV. Also, everyone, your seatmates, you can do this too. Yeah. Tech team, do it too. Okay, so we're going to say KAMPIHAN. So we're gonna say KAMPIHAN, and then we're gonna go flip our hands up or down, and then whoever is it, it's going to determine who's the it. Okay, so KAMPIHAN. Okay, on hand we go like that. Okay, ready? KAMPIHAN. One more. Oh, you're it! Ah, run! I'm just kidding. That moment, laughter, excitement, and play once echoed through every Filipino street. But today, that scene is fading. Earlier in the background, you could hear children. Those were the children of Miramar, Cebu. But they weren't always playing like that. Just last year, we spent a week over there to do a service project, and my team and I noticed something. At a very young age, they weren't running, not chasing, but waiting for their turn to hold a phone. The sun was out, but the most accessible playground was a screen. But can we blame them? This is their community playground. When streets are busy, the sun is harsh, and there are no safe, open public spaces, there are fewer chances to pass down traditional games, and play begins to change. When space disappears, culture follows. As traditional play becomes less accessible around the world, with it decreasing by almost 50% for the next generations, we're not just losing activity, we're losing movement systems, social interaction, intergenerational learning, and cultural continuity. Research shows that traditional play carries long-term benefits in our physical, emotional, and social development. And looking back, I realized that the skills I use today, like planning, communication, and teamwork, were all first learned through games. These games don't just pass time, they shape who we become. We carry the lessons that we learn into our homes, our work, and the future that we build. So, for the kids, we made a floor mural, and it featured 6 Filipino traditional games. One of the parents said immediately, "I hope this pushes through. I want to teach my child the games that I played when I was little." This is a testament to legacy. So we had one day, a very, very small budget, and a blank concrete floor, so we involved the kids in making the mural. And the mural wasn't even finished, but something already shifted. No phones, no screens, and just the sound of children playing outside again. People don't need convincing to play. They need a space. So with this proof of concept in mind, what if we made something more intentional, permanent, and accessible? A space bringing back the legacy of traditional play that allows it to continue across generations and cultures. Where the young learn from the old, sorry for the term, and where the old remember through the young. Everyone in this room, we fall under young, okay? Right? Okay. So everyone, judges, kids, welcome to KAMPIHAN, a community space that revives culture and legacy through intergenerational play. The site, Cebu, a design and culture capital in the Philippines, already has plans in motion. So they plan to transform this inactive railway site into a community park with funding already being considered. It's perfect because it's flat, accessible and centrally located between schools, churches, government offices, and it's within residential dwellings. And its defined perimeter and zoning potential is great for redevelopment into a public area. So the site plan takes the shape of Kampihan, just like us earlier, hands coming together. And within these 4 quadrants, we have 17 spaces, and we're gonna go through them like a breeze. So first, we're met by a guard post just for safety, registration, and tracking from all of the 4 main entrances. And then while the layout is intuitive, we have wayfinding and signages for guidance. Okay, on to our first stop. We go back to our roots. We have the traditional playground, so running, jumping, and throwing games. We have all of that implemented through a floor mural zoning system, grass surfaces, breeze block partitions, and a canopy system for shade. So here, the elders teach and the children play. I can't teach you all the games here from the Philippines, so I'll just show you when we go there. Okay, but Mom, I want the slides and the swings. Okay, relax. We're going to the conventional playground. But here, it's reimagined through repurposed materials. So you have your conventional swings, slides, we have sensory boxes, but they're all made with a more sustainable material approach. But there's something different when you're playing in a wide open space, right? So we go to the multipurpose field. Here, it's for unstructured play, open group games, or maybe flying the kite. You also get to exercise your imagination through this bahay kubo or a nipa hut, and users are given a chance to build, rearrange, and make their own play environments through guides and loose materials like bamboo, rattan, fabric, and more. Oh, Ate, umuulan! It's raining! Take cover in the movement halls. So here, these are indoor flexible spaces for, dance or maybe some martial arts. There really isn't a limit. We're supported with breeze block partitions and fans for ventilation. We have mirrors for form finding and correction. Up front, we have a small stage for teaching, and then right outside, we have lockers as well. Okay, let's take a break from the moving and get into some listening. We have the music hall. So it's for rhythm and music, so we're talking cultural instruments, folk songs, and the like. So we're supported by tiered seating with storage underneath. And then in the middle, we have a bigger area for bigger instruments and group practices. We have mounted cultural instruments. And then we have a high ceiling and acoustic wall paneling systems for sound and resonance. I think all of us, we share this thing when we were young, right? We would play these hand games, right? They're nodding. So in the Philippines, we have this song and the hand game called, okay, Leron, Leron, Sinta. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. This is not a singing competition. Okay, so we have the multipurpose hall. Here, it's for performances, exhibitions, or just to show your newfound games. We have an open floor plan with foldable seating and staging that can be stored in adjacent storage areas. And then we have coral stone accent walls, and then a high ceiling for future lighting installations. Okay. The sun is out. Let's get outside. So we can explore trees, plants, and flowers in the local nature park. So here we're integrating play directly into the landscape. And with that, we can play hide and seek, tag, turning nature into part of the play experience. Then we also have a pond for paper boat races when we were young. And then we also have a custom seating and chairs for board games. I don't know if you guys did. No, you guys do this too. So when I was here in the hotel, they gave me a bracelet with flowers. We also have that in the Philippines. This is santan. So you can do crafts like this as well in the craft room. So we used to make our own toys. So kites, origami, it's endless. So you can do that here through workshop tables, a wash counter for cleaning and crafting, storage for materials, and then walls to showcase your works or feature cultural art. Okay, no materials? It's okay. We can go to the toy shop. Here, get locally sourced materials, tools, or cultural toys to enhance your play experience. We have modular display islands and then shelving with integrated storage. And then right outside, over here, we have the bazaar space. So let's say in the craft room, I made these bracelets, right? I can sell them in the community bazaar. So it's for seasonal markets, community selling, and just like that, at the age of 7, I'll be a millionaire. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. At the center of it all, we have the Tree of Youth, a mahogany tree native and already on site. And it is acting as an anchor of Kampihan both spatially and symbolically. And it brings us back to where it all started, the mural project. So in the center, we have a space for drawing, informal play, and to simply just gather. And it reminds us that play is rooted in place, grows through people, and continues across generations. Now, after all that play, like later we're gonna eat lunch, oh my gosh, I'm excited. We have food. Experience the flavors of the local community through the food hub. Here we have featuring your local street food through sari-sari store-inspired kiosks. Then we have refectory-style dining tables to reinforce community interaction and connection through food. Okay, so in summary, these are the materials that I used in Kampihan. These are all cost-efficient and abundant in Cebu with comparable alternatives in other regions and countries. And then we have our colors from Nippon Paint. They're all a dynamic spectrum guided by color psychology to spark engagement, boost energy, and foster positive emotions. So responding to sun and wind paths, we're prioritizing thermal comfort and ventilation through fans, breeze blocks, large windows, and spatial planning. Kampihan is a space for all the senses: touch, sight, hearing, taste, and smell. Here, we're able to create a full sensory experience, allowing play, connection, and learning to happen naturally. So we also have to prioritize safety because these are kids. So we follow child-friendly design, so there aren't any harmful protrusions, everything is very visible. And then we're also giving PWD-friendly access through ramps and a restroom. And then we have support spaces for like a clinic, admin, and then of course we have toilet and wash areas for further support. Okay, so we also have various fun seating types, keeping parents and elders present but not intrusive. This supports risky play where children are able to climb, fall, and then try again. So research shows that this kind of play actually builds confidence, risk awareness, decision-making, and resilience. So these are, Kampihan is sustainable socio-culturally, environmentally, and economically while aligning with these key SDGs. So we're promoting active lifestyles and good well-being. We're creating teaching, job, and entrepreneurial opportunities. We're building durable and innovative spaces. And we're enhancing urban life by creating cultural spaces that are accessible for all social classes. Timeless fun, connection, and heritage. These are the foundations of Kampihan. With this, we're able to create a system where play turns into memory, memory turns into culture, and culture turns into legacy. While the games I've showed earlier are uniquely Filipino, they reflect a universal truth. Play is shared across history, time, and culture. It is an innate human need. Every place has their own versions of play in dance, craft, games, and music, from sepak takraw in Thailand, batu seremban in Malaysia, tag and hide and seek from all around the world. The parallels are endless, and that is exactly the point. The best game here, however, is Patintero from the Philippines. I'm kidding. No, okay. For fun fact, Patintero, actually, we have that game also in our neighboring countries, and they just have a different term for it. Okay, if we don't address this, we risk a generation growing up disconnected from play and a legacy slowly fading into passivity. We're already seeing the same loss, but we're also standing on the same opportunity to bring back play into the spaces we build and the way we live together. These games are not gone, but simply waiting to be made accessible again. Kampihan is not just a place to play, but a place to remember the legacy of where we came from, who we are, and how we move forward together. Thank you.